The reason we are doing this is because of the fatalities that we are getting from road accidents countrywide. It is alarming when you hear, like now within 6 months we've lost over 3,000 lives. It is something to worry about, and because we oversee the road network in Kenya, it becomes our business. We must come and see how we can support with the resources we have. Because this is an emerging issue. Initially, our roads used to be designed without road safety audit, but since the inception of NTSA, it is something they have picked up, and we started with this northern corridor all the way from Mombasa to Malaba. We are looking at the whole design and identifying the black spots, and then coming up with recommendations on how some sections can be improved so that these fatalities can come down. As the board and even the National Transport Safety Authority, in collaboration, we look at. First, we have to ensure that we have safe designs of roads. We also need to ensure that we have safe vehicles on our roads. We also need to ensure that we have safe drivers. We also need to ensure that the vehicles are driven at safe speeds as per the design standards. And then we need to ensure that there is post-crash care management, and that's why we are actually here today, because a lot of lives can be saved if we have that post-crash care management that is effective. We've told the hospital to package all the wish list that they have, and then we'll engage them further with our management at head office. And our Director General, I even spoke to him this morning, is very willing to support especially the ICU facility. So once they bring official requests, it is an area that we want to further engage and support.
Especially because we are in an accident hotspot, where more often than not we get patients who are involved in accidents around from Nairobi, Naivasha, Nakuru, Naivasha Road, and sometimes Nakuru, Naivasha, Mai-Mahiu. And this year alone, in the first 6 months, the hospital has actually received around 1,200 victims of road traffic accidents, and out of which some of them are seriously injured, some of whom we manage in the facility and others we refer. And that is when the ambulance comes in handy, when we are referring them to bigger hospitals like Nakuru PGH or Kenyatta National Hospital. At the moment, the hospital has a 2-bed capacity ICU, but we are aspiring to have a bigger capacity of closer to 15 beds. The building is on course, but we are also expecting the county government of Nakuru to assist us in terms of equipping, and also appealing to Kenya Roads Board. We can chip in because they have also assisted us in getting some orthopedic beds for our orthopedic department and some other orthopedic equipment that are assisting our orthopedic surgeons to manage the trauma cases that we normally have when we have accidents around. One of the issues that affects, affects us so much in terms of accidents is the victims that we get, and most of them come between Nakuru and Naivasha, and I believe it is because of the heavy traffic. Probably this would do us good if the relevant authorities can make it a dual carriage, so that we can reduce the number of victims and probably the type of injuries that we normally get.